Hello grade 11s. Today I'm looking at page 115 from my workbook, where they're asking you to just draw the displacement graph. And what they're saying here, the follow arises a simple harmonic motion for 52 millimeters for the first 180 degrees. Then it falls with uniform acceleration and retardation for the rest of the rotation. So the scale here is 12 mils to 30 degrees, and the vertical scale is 1:1. Here I've done some of my constructions, so my maximum height of 52 and my 12 millimeter splits for 30 degrees. I'm going to label my graph, the displacement graph. I'm going to put in my horizontal scale and also put in the vertical scale. There is all the important information. Now to do the graph. It says for the first 180 degrees we use simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion is where we divide the height by using a semicircle, and the 30-degree splits are pizza slices. So what I'm going to do is draw my semicircle. Then put in my 30-degree splits, my pizza slices. Now if we start at 0, we could label it almost the same. So there would be 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and 180. So we now take where our 30-degree slice is to match up with the 30. Here's 60, we match that up with our 60. Here's 90, we've got already. 120. 150 and 180. Now this is a little bit like a helix, so our middle 3 would be on a straight line, then a slight bend, and then it curves into the last corner. Same on the other side. Slight bend, and then get it to curve into the final corner. So those went very good. There is my simple harmonic motion using the height division on a semicircle. The next aspect is where it's going to fall with uniform acceleration and retardation. Now it's a little bit similar. What we just need to do is we need to find our center of the space. Now the easy way of doing that is if we project a line from the top corner to the bottom corner, that finds us our start point and our end point, and in the middle there is our middle of this shape. And it should give you 6 measurements. Now what we need to do is we need to mark off the heights in equal measurements now. In simple harmonic motion, the heights are marked off on our pizza slices. In uniform acceleration and retardation, the height measurements must be equal. Now what I know about the height, because it's 52, that's not divisible by 6, so we can't get 6 equal heights. So we need to do the line division construction. So if we remember, the line division construction means we take any angle and we mark off 6 equal measurements. So there is my distance. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what we're going to do from that is now we join up the last point to our last height. And we should be using 2 set squares. So there's my last height. And we line this up now. Now we slide our set square down and we project the next heights parallel. And there are all our heights. Now this should line up with that point. Looking like we're a little bit out. Now we're going to transfer these height measurements across to our center line. I don't know where this one looks out a bit there. And then we can label these as well. So that could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we draw the first 3 lines from 0 to 1, 2, and 3. Where the first line intersects, so that's 1 and there's 1, that gives us our point. Again, we go from 0, project to point height level 2. Where it intersects 2 and 2, that gives us our next point. 3 we've got already because it's this diagonal we've drawn. And we've got to work back on the other side now. So for the last 3, we go from the opposite corner, we draw the line from the opposite corner, so that was height level 4, it's going to match up with vertical line 4, it gives us this point. Here's point 5. And that matches vertical height 5. Much the same, this should give you a very similar shape. The middle 3 should be lining up. Then the slight bend for the last one, and a curve to join up the last point. Slight bend and a curved. And there we have our uniform acceleration and retardation coming to the end of the graph. And that is the end of question A on my page 115. Hello grade 11s. I'm looking at page 115, the second question, and they're asking you to draw a displacement graph with the following information. So I'm going to start by constructing and labeling my displacement graph.